Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, it's Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Forest River Wildwood 30 BHBS travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. So a couple things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, you need plenty of room for your awning to come out. On your off campsite, of course, leave plenty of room for your slides to come in and out. Then leave yourself a nice walking path, because the next thing I want you to think about is where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to be between your slides here, your cord will store inside, and then your water connection is actually on the rear of the unit. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, first thing you're going to do is level your unit. Now your unit has a hand crank to bring it up and down. But an advantage you have already is you have a level stuck on the side here. So we're a little bit off here. Crank it to the right to bring it up, to the left to bring it down. Bring that front up a little bit more. Got our unit just about level. Bring that up a little bit more. Once you get unit level, next thing we're gonna do is stabilize it. On all four corners of the unit, you have these scissor stabilizing jacks, a 3/4 inch hand crank. Put that on there and crank these down. Now I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, sinking into hot blacktop. Just a good investment to protect your feet. Run these down just until they're taut. Remember, we already have our unit level. Now we just want to stabilize it. Once you have any type of resistance on this hand crank, go ahead and stop. Remember, we already have our unit level. We just want to stabilize it. So run all four corners down. Got your two in the front. Two brand new black goods back here. Once you get your unit level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. Now again, your 30 amp service stores inside your unit. When you arrive at the campsite, you just pull it out. When you're ready to leave, just shove it all back up in there. Now at the end of that 30 amp cord, if you need to plug in at home or any other 110, there's a 30 to 110 adapter that comes in your convenience pack. Get your power hooked up, let's hook up your water. City water connections where you hook up the campsites. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce your water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Use this when putting water in here. Hook that up, hook your hose up, but don't turn your hose on yet. Let's find your hot water heater. So to the left of your entry doorway on your campsite is your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point, folks, is make sure drain plug's back in there. Get a little plumber's tape around there, get that in there nice and snug. Once that's in there tight, then you can go ahead and turn your hose on. Once your hose is on, go inside. You can deploy your slides if you need to. Our unit's level and stable. But what I want you to do is get to your water taps. Open up your water taps, let all the air out of the lines. Once you got a steady flow of water going through those, shut them off, and then you can turn on your hot water heater from indoors. There is an on-off electric element right here. The only time you want to turn that on is if you're hooked up to 110. Otherwise, turn it on indoors. Hot water heater doesn't seem to be working. Check these valves right here. If they're bubbled up, simply press them back in. They are a reset. Then here's your pressure release valve. So let's say we're gonna go camping and we're not gonna hook up at a campsite. We're gonna go boondocking or dry docking. In that case, potable water tank. Just left your hot water heater. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply fill this up with a hose. Two ways to tell when it's full. There's an overflow valve right here, or on the inside where you check the levels of your battery and black and gray tanks, there's also a freshwater button. Hold that button down, that'll tell you when this is full. Once it is full, put your cap back on. And then in order to utilize this water is when you're gonna want to turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked up to city water, that's already got pressure. All right, we're all set up to camp with power and water. We'll go ahead and walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit, starting here on your campsite. You have some outdoor speakers up there, a vent for your microwave, access panel and vent for the back of your fridge, your potable water tank, again your hot water heater. Do have a couple of 110s out here. I'm gonna plug in something outside. You also have a flue for your furnace. Two things on this: one, if you're running your furnace, steer clear, it will get hot, and two, make sure nothing's ever blocking it. This will hold your entry doorway open for you. Snap right in there. Pass-through storage with all your hitch work. Your propane does come with a cover and is on a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using, lefty-loosey to open. Night docking light. Again, a couple levels here. The other side of your pass-through storage. Your slide. You got a big storage area underneath here. It'll be easier to see your dumps over here once the slide's closed. Again, your power. We'll come around to the rear of it. So wastewater and sewer outlet dumps will be right here. We'll dump them when leaving the campsite. And your spare tire with a cover. That about covers everything out here. Let's go take a look inside your unit. First thing I like to point out in every unit is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camped with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of an emergency. We're up in our unit. We'll close our door here. Nice grab handle. To the right are your lighting. Looks like a lot of these will be individual lighting. Your glide controls, will utilize those when we close the unit up and run your slides back in. Coming into your kitchen area, self-explanatory microwave. You do have a light and a fan. Cooktop down here. Looks like you have no spark here, so you have to light these with a stick lighter. In your oven, pilot light to light. Down below your sink area is going to be your 12 volt carbon monoxide detector. Now the reason I mentioned that's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you are out dry camping, nothing plugged in charging your battery, if you're going to be gone for the day, go ahead and disconnect your positive battery post to keep this running your battery down while you're gone. Coming up to your Dometic fridge, we'll turn that on. We'll push in this button here. So with the button in, you're on auto. Auto means you're running off, if you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you will go to gas. Lift up on this button, you're now running off gas. And if this light comes on, your gas is low. Back into your bathroom area. Anything I want to talk about back here is this is where your GFCI reset 110 is at. And your plumbing. Keep an eye on your plumbing. You are bouncing a house down the road and maintain it as good as or better than you did at home. Up here you do have a hand crank open power exhaust vent. In the hallway down here is going to be your access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Quite a variety in there, 10, 15s, 20. Highly recommend having a handful of those with you when you go camping. Back in your bunk area, looks like individual lighting back here as well. You are prepped for a TV back here, cable 110. Single bunks, more lighting up here. We'll shut these off. Coming over to your dinette area, this table will lift up and wiggle these legs loose. Take this table, set it right down on that wooden lip. Put your back cushions on top, gives you another sleeping area. Your sofa over here, simply jackknife down into a bed. And then when you put it back up, kind of lift up on the front, pull it back forward, sets back up in there nicely. Coming over here to the entertainment center. See where we turn this thing on at. There it is, power button. Graphic equalizer. So, interior speakers, shut everything off. Now your outdoor speakers. Or you can also change it this way. A speakers, B speakers. So your television they have set on your bed. Your remote is right here. You don't want to set it up here to travel. Speaking of travel, in your bedroom, you want to make sure that your doors are snapped open for travel. Make sure you get both those snapped open. Smoke alarm in the bedroom. In the hallway here is your thermostat. Turn that to cool. Shut off your AC. You hear that shuts off quickly. Now when you turn your furnace on, which you hear down there, and shut your furnace off, generally it takes a furnace a few more minutes to cycle through before shutting the fan off. I think that about covers everything in here. Make sure I've shut my lighting off in here. So what I like to do, I noticed those were all off the main ones, but to shut these lights off, look through the unit, see if I've left any individual lighting on. I have not. So now I say doors and drawers. Turn this interior lighting back on so you can see in here. Doors and drawers, make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slide from coming in. I would say especially in this bedroom, in this living room, your pantry door here. Actually, we're going to come all the way around here underneath our fresh water tank. Here's our potable water drain. Get up underneath there and dump them. If you're out dry docking. And lastly, come to your hot water heater. Lift up on this pressure release valve. That's going to dump the remainder of the hot water out of your hot water heater. Just like so. Once that's done, close this pressure release valve or this door won't close, and then you can pull your drain plug. Hook up your hitch and head on up to your dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump can be all the way at the rear of the unit on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Let's get there, hook up your hose that comes with your convenience pack, and we're going to pull our sewer outlet, which is going to be your black handle. Although these say the opposite, it's going to be your black handle. Now once that black handle is done dumping, sounds like it's no longer draining, you can close that black handle and pull your gray handle. Now your gray handle is going to be your cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers, and that's going to clean your sewage hose out for you. And you can sanitarily and conveniently store your sewage hose right here in your bumper. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Wildwood for many years to come. Happy camping.